Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else. Welcome to White Guys Podcast, where white guys talk about white guy things. In today's news, I bought a big ass gun, and I'm
Okay.
not talking about a real gun because we're in Canada.
I I'm,
But
s- I just want to chime in for 1 second. I want to tell them what happened to the footage. I want to talk about that.
that's okay. Fair
Okay.
enough. Fair enough.
I just want. I'm sorry. I'll try and do it quick. We had a guest on yesterday, a friend of mine. I'm pissed now because the audio got corrupted, which I was bound to happen. But like, God fucking damn it, right? This. Oh, I should have double checked the footage. I'm pissed about it. But we're basically re-recording the episode, talking about different things. It's a whole day later now, and we couldn't get him back for today. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this goddamn schedule work. I'm taking this as professional as I can, and we're just rolling with it. So, Kuba, talk about your gun.
I bought the Nerf Mastodon. Nerf Mega Mastodon to clarify, because the Mega series is fucking fire. They're the ones with the big bullets. So what happened was, I was gonna go to Long and McQuaid, the Canadian music place. It's like everywhere here. And I asked my pops, my old man, if he wanted to come with, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." But on the way there, he decided that we'd do a small stop at Value Village because he had some stuff to donate. Excuse me. And I'm drinking fucking Pepsi because
Dude, let's go!
I have, yes, sir, I have fallen to the Pepsi, and I am now one with the Pepsi.
No, dude,
stick
Pepsi
Coke.
Zero is where it's at. You can trust me, I'm a drink reviewer.
Pepsi Zero is where it's at. There you go.
Yeah,
I
actually,
don't care enough. I
if
don't
you're
get paid
okay with
enough.
having
I don't
weird
disagree.
poops, it's the best drink on the market.
Okay.
That aspartame, dude, gets to
Okay.
you.
Bro, it really helps you when you're, getting a little filled up.
I probably actually cleared out my system a bit. So
I get that when I eat Taco Bell. I think everyone does.
I think
though.
everyone does, yeah.
That's everyone's kind of thing.
Well, let's
But
talk
as
about
I
the,
was-
the Mega Mastodon for a minute before we immediately start talking about our poop.
My bad. I'm an ADHD ass motherfucker. So we donate the shit, and then at that point, my dad's like, "Hey, why don't we step into Value Village for a second?" So I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And everything there, mid, trash, garbage. What the fuck is this? Why is this fucking speaker look like a penis? Shit like that, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
And then I decided, you know what? It's time to go check where it's really at. The toys section. The best part of Value Village, easily, without a doubt. So I walk over there, and lo and behold, the garbage ass ceiling light emanating beautifully on the top shelf is ginormous machine gun of a piece. And I look at them like, fuck yeah. So I fucking pick it up. I'm like testing it out. The battery seems like it's almost dead, but it's still roaring. It's still keeping on. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm picking this up. And so my dad walks up to me, sees me with this thing. It's fucking gigantic. If you want to look it up, it's like, it's one of the biggest Nerf guns.
It's bigger than
Period.
most of the kids in the pictures holding it.
It is.
Like, if you actually stand it up, I'm sure it's taller than half these kids. The one picture I'm seeing, it's about half his height, probably. It looks like a teen, like, I want to say 13.
It's bigger than most small and medium-sized dogs. I want that to be clear. That's how
it's-
big it is.
The pictures aren't really doing it super justice, I'll be honest.
They're not. It's fucking massive. So my dad walks up to me. He's like, he doesn't even ask me. He just looks at me. And he's like, absolutely not.
Yeah, like, you
No.
can't.
And I look at him like, no, you don't get it, Dad. I swear. Yeah, I don't get it. So then he calls up my mom, and she's unconscious. She's like, what's going on? She sees me holding this thing, and she just responds to me, Kuba, Kuba. Yeah. Yeah means no. Yeah. And I'm like, no, you don't get it. It's hype. It's
Like,
big.
It
It's
is something you need
$20.
to know, man.
Exactly.
Like, you go on Amazon right now, it goes for 110. This guy got it for like what, 20?
$20.
That's fucking
Also
nuts.
got 20% off because I had a coupon because we donated.
That's hype.
Yeah. So I paid less than $20. I think I paid like $18.75 with
Oh my
tax.
God. No, I'm
So-
I'm so fucking jealous. You have no idea. Like, his value village, he gets all this crazy shit, and mine is like these discount Nerf guns, like the 80s ones that shoot like 6 feet and then they explode. It's like I can't use that. I can't hit people with that unless they're fucking point blank.
I'm sorry, they explode. You're telling me
no, the gun explodes, and normally I want the bullet to explode on you. I don't want to deal with that.
I see. No, but you're so right. Sometimes they have like trash, absolute trash, but I just get so lucky with it because for those who haven't watched the previous episodes, I got a Nerf Rivals Percy's, which is also over $100 on Amazon and any kind of marketplace. Also for $20.
Also for $20. I'm so fucking
same place.
It
was great.
Well, I'm gonna switch topics just because we did talk about this, and I'm kind of bummed out. I'm gonna be honest. But I got a really funny story that happened today. Yeah, I mean, you can watch the episode, but God knows you won't hear it. So
you can try, bro. It's gonna be
all you get is my reaction. You're getting the Doyle reaction.
Yeah. It's gonna be like a hidden episode. It's like a found.
Maybe
like,
someday we'll release it.
Yeah, the White Guys Podcast Lost Episode Collection.
With like the 10 lost episodes.
Yeah, we fucked up enough times to just post them all.
If we're quitting the channel, that's one hell of a way to go out. That's the ending to the series. So we did our first actual studio record today in my studio class, and by that I mean there's a journalism course which I do know about. I was temporarily a part of it. And we go get them, and they set up a newscast, like their scripts and stuff, and then we shoot an actual studio with them. And it's really hard and really stressful. I'm gonna be honest. So basically our teacher texted us and called us, whatever. There's an email. He's like, "Hey, which jobs do you want? You could pick 3." And there's a new job this semester that we've never done before because we've never had a reason to. It doesn't make sense. It's called shooter editor, which basically means I go up there. I shoot a small ENG, like a little news report, edit it in about like 10 minutes, and come back down. The editing part shouldn't take long. Literally every single fucking thing that could go wrong went wrong. Okay? So, for starters, I show up to class, I'm on time, and I don't really know what's going on. We weren't told what jobs we were going to be in advance. They were on a piece of paper when we got in. And for shooter editor, you kind of need to know that because I need to bring headphones and an SD card. Neither of which I had because I figured I'd get one of the other 2 jobs that I put before shooter editor.
Oh no!
So I was like, oh fuck. So we go up. Well, I go up anyways. And I don't bring my bag because this is my only course, and I typically don't need a bag, so I definitely don't have my stuff on me. I go up. I thought I was late at this point because I was like helping set up the studio. I didn't know I had to be up there. And I'm like, hey, sorry, I'm late, guys. I realized that there's 3 cameras here. I'm like, oh, okay, so the other guy didn't make it here yet. Little to my knowledge, the other guy didn't show up that day. So as of now, it was just Lord. Me.
So basically, you got fucked in every orifice. Well, is what you're telling me.
Not yet. Let's just,
not yet. Yeah. Oh shit.
So,
this is a foreplay, boys.
Yeah, this is the foreplay. I sit there for about like 20 minutes. I thought I was late. I was pretty much on time, I guess. Not being told what I'm going to be doing. I still don't really know what I'm going to be shooting, where I'm going to edit it. Like, it's all kind of a mess. And there's they have a rundown on the whiteboard. I'm taking a look at that, and it's like, okay, finish. The only thing I took note of is finish the video for 11:15. I can do that. That's like 2 hours from now. All right, like an hour shooting. I only need like 10 minutes editing, assuming the computer works. That's called foreshadowing. That's a narrative device that is going to come in handy later.
Okay.
Well, so eventually a guy comes up to me. I don't want to say his real name, so I'm calling him Craig. I like Craig. And he's like, hey, I'm Craig. Are you the shooter? I'm like, yeah, I'm the shooter and editor. He's like, great. We'll probably be working together. I have to finish my thing today. I'm like, okay, sweet, yeah. I'll just be standing here until everyone's ready to go. And the TA, I'm talking to her for a bit, because I'm like, yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing. And she kind of informed me that me and the other shooter would work together, and we'd shoot one of them one at a time. One story at a time, and then edit all of it together as a team. Then the actual teacher told me the exact opposite thing. And this should have clicked in my head. of something that's gonna blow your mind later. This is another foreshadowing moment.
So
Anyways,
many narrative devices. This is a complicated
specifically
story,
that
bro.
one. Well, like, it all culminates in the biggest fucking disaster I've ever seen in my life. So,
Okay.
well, Bill, I got shit. Calling him Bill.
Bill. Okay.
He comes up to me. I go and get another shooter, who I'll call, I don't know, Phil. So we have Phil and Bill.
Phil and Bill. Not,
Phil, Bill, and Craig.
Okay, Craig's the easy one, but Phil and Bill might get a little confusing.
Don't worry. To my knowledge, they never really meet after this beginning part.
Okay.
So Phil is my partner. Like he was supposed to do a different job, a job that is also new, but kind of easier because you set it up in advance and then you don't really need to bother with it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically you set the camera like lighting at the beginning of the show, and you're done.
Bro, that sounds easy as shit.
It'd be harder if there was more camera movements and stuff, but since it's a pretty simple, like the cameras aren't moving too much, the most you'll get is like an over the shoulder shot or a wide shot. Like there's no panning or tilts or anything like that. So it's pretty, it's fairly simple in this situation. But he jumping, he's a lifesaver here. So we split up. I end up going with Craig, but there was another woman, and she's like, yeah, so one of you needs to shoot with me, and we need to go to the gas station. And I'm like, none of us have a car right now. Most of the people in my class take the bus to school. I was the only one who drove, but if you know me, you know that currently I don't have my car.
Bro, fuck transit so hard up the ass I can't walk anymore. I fucking hate it. It's so trash.
I didn't mind. There was a few times where I took transit to school, and I didn't mind it because, admittedly, it did give me some freedom. Like after class, I'd stop at the bar and have a beer or something, and then getting home was easy. It was just time consuming is the problem. Like if I want to get home at a reasonable time, I'm driving.
No, believe me, that's not the issue. At least here, I know you're in a different area, but down here in Ottawa, transit is a fucking shit show. It's crazy. Yeah, I was talking about it with some other people who live down near you, and like even they agree to like, yeah, no, transit's not that bad here. But everyone you talk to here is like, no, it fucking sucks. Please fix it.
Transit's only bad if you're heading to Toronto, because there's so much fucking people on a bus that cannot fit that many people, and it's so uncomfortable. But anyways, yeah. So me and Phil negotiate. I'm like, listen, I neither of us have a car. We can negotiate with her and say, shoot outside, because we're not gonna run 20 minutes to the nearest gas station, shoot the thing, 20 minutes back, and then have time to edit. Like that's not reasonable. All right, that's not happening.
Just integrity.
That's something. Yeah. That's something we needed to know like a whole ass day in advance minimum. Okay, you can't just drop that on us at the last second and expect us to make that work. What the fuck? So he ended up. Sorry.
This is when you're in a professional Hollywood production, bro. None of that dedication.
No, I mean, like, fucking guys, this is a mess. We didn't know what we'd be doing the day in advance. The workflow here is absurd. Like, no one knows what's going on. Obviously, it's the first week of production. It's gonna get better. I'd say my class, we did the first half like really well, and there's a lot more horror story to this. This gets so much worse. So he went and shot with her outside. I didn't end up. Well, he stopped by once to ask me if the lav mics had the receiver, and I looked at my stuff and I went, "Oh my god, you're right. There's no receiver for the lav mic, at least to my knowledge. I couldn't fucking find it, and he couldn't find it either." So. All right, great. So the lav mic we can't connect to the camera right now. That blows, and we don't have the zoom or anything. So we just used a actual like handheld mic and plugged it in, which is fine. The guy wanted to do that anyways. So me and Craig go shoot a bunch of footage, and we started like 30 minutes late. I'll be honest, I didn't bother white balancing the camera or anything. We were kind of speed running. We ended up finishing, I want to say 10:50. And I'm like, okay, great. That gives us like 20 fucking minutes for the edit, which should only take 5 minutes. Because it really is just throw stuff on the screen, send it downstairs. That's all we need. Awesome. Now, this is where shit goes completely wrong. Everything. And I just want to back up for 1 second. While we were shooting, Craig was like, would it be easier just to use our phones? We could use our phones. He thought someone was going to send him footage to put in so we wouldn't have to shoot as much, which turned out to not be allowed. Like, okay. He's a really nice guy, but he clearly didn't think this through and just tried to kind of take the easy way out at the last possible fucking second.
Real based.
But he was super nice and very apologetic about it. He's like, no, don't worry. We're going to work this. We're going to figure this out. So I asked my teacher, hey, where are we going to do this? Where are we going to, edit? And he's like, oh, up in the journalism room, there should be a computer. Well, the computer didn't fucking work. Wouldn't turn on proper or something. So I ended up taking a goddamn... I gotta ask you, Kuba, when was the last time you saw a ThinkPad laptop and used one?
A ThinkPad laptop.
A fucking ThinkPad.
A ThinkPad. Bro.
Yeah.
Who?
I was amazed this thing could even run Windows 10. Now it's to run fucking Premiere? Okay. So I try... First of all, we're supposed to do an Avid. So I try and open Avid. It says unavailable. Fuck. Okay, can't use Avid. But it took like 10 minutes for this computer to turn on in the first place. I asked Bill, hey, can I use Premiere? He goes, yeah, sure. Same problem. Can't use Premiere. Which we ended up fixing later. There's a spoiler alert for that. I couldn't access it from my side because I finished the editing course already. So I think they removed my access to Premiere.
Oh, no.
At the moment, I didn't realize that. So I asked Craig here, okay, fine, we'll use your laptop and we'll do it from there. Well, it's a MacBook, and believe it or not, the MacBook has a lot of trouble with the files that the camera generates, the AVC HD files. By that, I mean it couldn't fucking open it. Shit, we just spent 30 minutes doing this, and we can't even get the goddamn... Like, we can't get the footage into the computer. It took 30 minutes to get the computers on. So I realized now, like, okay, wait, let's get this guy to sign into the Premiere thing. And that worked. Then Creative Cloud had to update. It was a mandatory update. It couldn't, like, say, no, I'm on the clock. I got a job to do. No, I gotta sit here and watch an update on this goddamn ThinkPad laptop. 10 more minutes gone.
Bro, that's one of the worst things with modern technology, especially with computers, and I never get this.
Is there more to that thought, or...
Why did he force update shit? But I just did. Why did they force update shit? Like,
okay. Yeah,
you try
I hate
to do something. Yeah, you try to do something, anything important. It's like, oh, maybe you have an exam today, and I gotta get on it. What? What do you mean 30-minute update? What do you mean 30-minute update? My exam's in 10 minutes.
It was so fucking bad. Seriously, I actually had an issue with Creative Cloud updating literally the other day. I was clearing up some space on my computer, and my access to Adobe Premiere and stuff is, well, it's not working right this minute. So I said, all right, well, there's no point in having them take place on my computer. I'll just remove them for now. I'll reinstall them later. I'll get them working later, especially because now I do think I have access to it again. I don't know what's going on. So I straight up uninstalled Premiere and of After Effects right now. I don't have access to my editing software at the moment. I didn't have access for the longest time. But I couldn't uninstall them because Creative Cloud had to update. So I launched Creative Cloud. I'm like, fine, update. I can't uninstall Creative Cloud because I have apps installed that require it. Fine, update Creative Cloud. Oh, sorry, you don't have enough space on your computer to update Creative Cloud. But I'm trying to get rid of it.
I feel that.
You can't force me to update. Go away. Anyway, sorry, Creative Cloud sucks. I don't know why they force you to use it. I hate it. So, yeah, actually, Adobe is the worst thing about working in the industry. They're terrible.
Adobe can be horrendous sometimes. I swear.
Adobe is horrendous.
It's funny you say that because I actually had an issue today with them because you know how they have their own basically version of like PowerPoint and like
I didn't know they have their own PowerPoint, but I'm sure they do. They have a billion apps I don't know about.
Yeah, so they have their own version of it, and it's what I have on I have multiple computers, but the one that I was doing my schoolwork on today, and I had to download some slides from my lecture. I was in class. Well, I wasn't in class. I was at home, but I was in class, and I had to download some slides because my teachers do not understand the concept of formatting. So on browser, they don't load the
Oh,
slides at all. So I got to download them, and on my shit, I only have Adobe's like PowerPoint or whatever because Microsoft shit costs money, and I
that's
don't
true.
have that. So I download it and I open it in this bootleg PowerPoint. And as I just said before, my professors do not understand what the term formatting means.
Hmm.
So they just load everything wrong. Some graphs. I let me see if I still have it downloaded. I'm gonna send you a picture
Okay.
of one of the lectures, and I'm gonna ask you what you think this means.
Okay.
Like, just guess. Just it's gonna take a
I'll
second here.
explain the picture in verbatim when I get it. I'll like do my best to explain it in detail. Actually,
Yeah. Oh, this is perfect. This one's perfect. Yeah.
okay.
So just give your opinion on this,
All
on
right.
this right here.
Staring at my DMs right now.
Yeah, I got you. I
What?
got you. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's your
After,
demonstration.
dude, this looks like a fucking Minecraft enchantment table. This is
It does.
it's a bunch of different columns with what appear to be absurd codes inside them in red. They look like Steam discount codes, like Steam gift card codes that you get at the gas station. And at the top is illegible eldritch text, all combined into itself. I want someone to draw this out as I'm saying it. It'd be really funny. With like a blue background. The text is all on like a white background, but this text at the top is going throughout everything. Like it's on top of everything except the fucking Steam discount codes. Actually, by the looks of it, it looks like it's. Oh, I don't know. It's kind of a fucking mess. You can't tell what's above
No,
what.
it's funnier because on some of them, because there's multiple columns, right? On some of the
Yeah.
columns, the Steam discount code's on top, but
Yeah,
on some
yeah.
other ones, it's underneath.
So so it's in the text, the black text. The Steam discount codes are red. The Eldritch text is black. The Eldritch text kind of does like this weird thing where it goes like behind, like a head, then behind, then a head, then behind, and it's like a pattern. And meanwhile, the Eldritch text is on like this white background. The columns are separated, and behind the white background is like this blue painting. The black text doesn't care. It's breaking all boundaries. It's actually going behind the little scroll wheel on the right. The last is it's cutting off the bottom of the discount code, so I can't redeem my $20. There's this big blue I'm gonna call it title, like this background, this bubble with white text that just says choose capacity, timing, and increments. I'd love to, truly. I just need to spend time decoding this, like, because it's fucking ancient hieroglyphs, dude. Hieroglyphic. Am I saying that right? Hieroglyphics? I don't know.
Hieroglyphics.
I was close enough.
Close enough. Close enough.
No one knows how to
Almost-
pronounce that
almost
word,
there.
anyways. Let's just be honest.
I literally just did it, but
yeah,
okay,
no one does.
well, okay.
But yes,
So-
I gotta finish my goddamn story. I'll let you go.
I was just gonna send you one more. This is the last one I'll
Okay.
send, but I want,
Okay.
I want your opinions on this one as well.
Okay, so same deal. Okay, so imagine PowerPoint. Everyone knows what PowerPoint looks like. On the left side, you have this. You select a window or whatever.
Yeah.
The ancient Eldritch text is behind that, going onto the fucking page.
It's bleeding out of the
It's
slide.
bleeding out of the side, yeah. And the red text is there, and this time it's also Minecraft enchantment language, but it's only going straight down as if it's bullet points. That, like, I can't even describe this one. It would take me an hour.
It's so fucked, right?
Yeah, and then, oh my god, Foris? What's that word after one? Fork?
Fork.
It's just like Fork demand 1 to 5 years. Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's same thing, but like debatably worse.
Yeah, it's just fucked, and that's like half the slides. That's basically the point I want to get.
I'd love to
across.
see your notes.
They're wonderful. I assure you, they're wonderful.
That's so fucking funny. Okay, well I gotta finish the story about Craig here.
Yeah,
So
go on, go on.
I'm trying to edit it, but I can't hear the audio because Craig has his headset plugged in. And he's listening to it, and it's really hard to edit an interview when you don't have the audio. To be honest. And he keeps trying to take the computer from me and do it himself, but he doesn't know the keybinds or anything. And I'm like, dude, trust me, I can get this done 10 times faster, and also it's my fucking job. So, like, I ended up getting it done, but it was really annoying. We ended up just unplugging the headset so I could also hear it. And it's 11:50, and me and my partner, Phil, finally get our footage to the TA so she can send it downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I go downstairs to witness our great show. I found out that the guy, like, I was supposed to name it after the show, like after what that segment's called. Craig just told me it was about lunch. The story was actually supposed to be named P, and then the name of our school.
Ooh.
When I accidentally slipped that in, I didn't mean. I genuinely thought the story was just called like lunch story. When I slipped that information to Bill, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a talk with him about that." I was like, "Oops! Oh my god! I accidentally just threw Craig right under the fucking bus." Whoops.
I mean, hey, nah. You're looking out for your own interests here. I'm gonna give you the credit on that one. That ain't on you.
I didn't even mean to do it. Like, I genuinely just. Well, it turned out none of it fucking mattered anyways, because we were not properly told how to export files for Airspeed. We assumed that we just export what we normally do, like a QuickTime movie is how we normally export them for projects. No. I have no idea what I was actually supposed to export, but they couldn't actually send the footage down. They're having issues with it. So we basically just had to skip that segment in the actual show because we didn't have time to do it. Then the actual show was a complete fucking disaster because they sent us graphics to put on the screen, but they changed it last second. They sent the wrong graphics. It was a mess. So we had to skip parts in the script. Oh my god. The wrong person started talking at the wrong time because the floor director just didn't cue it right. The audio guy was having issues too. He wasn't turning the mics on. Some of the videos that they sent us just didn't have audio. Like, we had to play a clip from a hockey game, and the director was just yelling, "Audio, where's my audio?" Then my actual teacher, who's in the audio room, no, there is no audio. There is no audio.
My brother in Christ, the audio does not exist.
I genuinely did want to walk out of class. I wasn't doing it at this point. My job was done. I wanted to walk out, but I was just like, fuck, okay, I gotta watch this unfold. This is gonna be a great story for next week. Oh wait, no, we're telling it tonight, I guess.
But yeah, that is wonderful though. Like, I don't blame you for staying. I'd have to see that through. My curiosity would just get the better of me.
I really could not explain how bad it was, like, truthfully. But again, it's the first week. Things are obviously gonna get better as we get more practice and like the workflow gets better. Really, we just didn't have enough time for proper rehearsals because of the multitude of issues. Yeah.
Still though, absolute production nightmare. Like,
it was terrible. Everything, and there were probably issues happening downstairs too that we don't know about, that I don't know about. It was a mess all around.
Speaking of messes, I have.
Oh, Kuba messed his diaper. Sorry.
You weren't supposed to say that. That's why you said.
I saw an opportunity. And I took it.
That's why he sent in DMs. That's why you weren't supposed to say it out loud.
I'm sorry. They were big. He actually put like big red text. Don't say this part. I just wanted you to know. Oh, I'm sorry.
My god. Okay. You're as trustworthy as the G in lasagna. Fucking doesn't exist. No trust. Can't invest any of that shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Fuck yourself. Also, taste as bad as lasagna.
All right. So what's that story about mess?
Yeah, so I had this morning actually, so it's kind of funny because I knew I was going to tell this story. So my mom, this is an ongoing arc, you could say, because my mom getting her Canadian citizenship and all that shit related to it. She had to go do some passport shit. So my parents left early this morning to go handle that. They left really early in the morning. And I was asleep at this point because I'm sleepy and I am having a great time. I am not existing. Don't have to worry about taxes. Don't have to worry about education. None of that bullshit because I'm unconscious. And then all of a sudden, at one point, I just hear, boom, and I jump. It was like someone fucking threw something on my window. I'm like, what?
Okay.
What? But I'm still laying in bed. Like, I don't want to get out. Like, I'm assuming, I don't know. Maybe it's just my imagination. The window, like, popped. Sometimes my house makes these, like, weird little noises. I don't know if you get that, too.
Yeah. I hear it because I'm in the basement. I hear weird noises all the time.
Well, I was on the second floor, so
Yeah, that's a bit different, but like.
that's a bit different. But still. And then all of a sudden, I'm, like, about to go back to bed, but all of a sudden I hear, Kuba! 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 And I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? So I like check my phone instead of going to check through the window. I check my phone and I look, and for the past 45 minutes, my mom has been spamming me the message, hello, hello, hello. I think I can count them up. She said it 23 times over the course of 45 minutes. And my dad called me like 6 or 7 times. And my voicemail was full of calls from my parents. So I get up, I put on a hoodie, and I go down, and I open the door, and it's our neighbor, and she's standing there with a phone, and she's like, your dad wanted to call you," and I'm looking at her completely disheveled.
Oh my
like,
god, that must be so awkward.
I look like the fucking Hunchback of Notre Dame because my eyes are like so fucking disjointed at this point. Like one's half open, the other one's completely closed because I'm so
he
fucking
stepped out of his
it.
house for the first time in 10 fucking years.
Yeah,
Hey, someone's trying to call you. Thanks. Walks back inside.
No, that's what happened because she just started walking away. I close the door and I like call my dad. He's like, "Well, could you please get my passport?" I'm like, "What do you mean your passport? I need like some information from it." "You didn't take your passport with you? Can you please just what?" So I go, I grab his passport, and I like send him the info that he needs because apparently they needed some info from his passport to handle shit for her passport. I guess it's something to do with familial relations. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like they're married, right? So, kind
Yeah.
of.
So it does make sense, but it's like, you didn't think about this beforehand, my brother? And he's like, "Please leave your notifications on for the love of God in case we need to call you again." So I'm like, okay. So I turn on my phone, I leave it there, and they don't call back. I fall back asleep. And then because I was so tired as a result of that, I completely missed my bus for school.
That's, you know what, it happens.
So I didn't go to school because I was so fucking tired. I just slept through the fucking time I was
It makes you
supposed
feel
to.
better. Most people skip classes at university anyways.
Yeah, most people do it out of choice.
Yeah,
I do it because I'm bumfuck tired and
that's fair. That is completely reasonable. Well, we should probably move on now. I'm going to kind of speed run politics today. Mostly because the story I'm going to tell we talked about yesterday. And no, I'm not talking about the really funny one because we're not going to get the same reaction.
Damn. Really?
I feel bad saying that one. It wasn't even my story, right?
Yeah, but now we kind of have to say because you alluded to it, right? We kind of have to bring it up and slide.
Well, I'll get to it in a minute.
Just like,
I feel like we might as well bring it up anyways, actually. Well, okay. First of all, the Voting Rights Act might get appealed soon, or repealed, sorry. And you don't want that?
Hold. Let me say this.
Okay.
I got this one.
Okay.
I got this one. So, in the United States of A, on this fine week, or was it last week? I don't actually know. I just was told the story beforehand. They basically said they really like 12 Years a Slave. Like
okay. No, you're not doing that anymore.
Okay.
Note to self: don't let Kuba talk about race politics. Right.
Oh, shut up now.
You should. Oh my god.
Listen, all I'm saying is that's basically what's happening.
Right, I kind of.
I may be out of line, but I'm right.
It's Republicans are trying to repeal it because they realize that the only way for them to win the election is if no one else votes except for them. Because they don't like democracy, but that's what democracy is, I guess. So, just quickly reading this, this made me laugh so hard. Designed to enforce the voting rights guaranteed by the 14th and 15th Amendments to the United States Constitution, The act sought to secure the right to vote from racial minorities throughout the country, especially in the South. That's the really, really important part. But this...
So it's one
Come here, cutting out a bit.
that I am not going to mention the name of again. Sorry?
You were kind of cutting out a bit a few times.
Oh, hell no.
I don't think it's that bad. I think it's an internet thing. You're fine. It's happened twice already, and I was kind of leaving it. But there's a heads up. There's a real chance we need to take a pause at some point.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Fuck off. I actually thought it was real for a second. The first one got me. I'll be real. And then he did it again. I was like, oh, he's doing that.
I am a master of illusion.
Sure. Basically, this gets repealed. It's going to lead to unprecedented gerrymandering, which is already a problem. So, I mean, we really got to see how that goes. After Roe v. Wade, I seriously do see a future where they repeal this. And after that, I really can't call America a democracy. Their elections will be about as fair as the Russian elections. Did you see that video? They took a Ukrainian city recently. Well, not recently. This is a bit, maybe last month or something. And they were doing votes. I call it a vote to see if they wanted to join Russia. And they were grabbing these papers. The woman grabs a paper. He goes, yes, and she's not even looking at the papers. Yes, yeah, no, yes, yeah, like, no. Everyone knows, like, that's bullshit. Okay,
everyone knows you got bribed, brother.
Not even bribed. We just know those aren't real.
Bribery.
Speaking of Russia, they are claiming that the Nord Stream pipeline, which kind of exploded recently, was sabotaged by Anglo-Saxons. Again, not my story, but this is so fucking funny.
It's so fucking ridiculous because it's not the USA. It's not.
Yeah, everyone's blaming each
Europe
other.
As a whole. Like, I don't remember who it was exactly that our good guest that was on the other day before our shit got fucked said, but like some people were blaming the US. Some people were blaming. I think it was like
Europe
England
was blaming the U.S., the West for a minute, and the West was like, "Guys, are you serious? Look up there." And the West were blaming Russia, and Russia's like, "Guys, Anglo-Saxons, right? we can agree on that, guys."
Like, anything, like anyone else doesn't make any. Come on,
it's
like
how the fuck
hear about this? You ever hear about this thing called time travel?
There's like a cult of Anglo-Saxons. They're like the Amish who just exist. And I remember asking our buddy, I was like, hey, so let's say hypothetically that the Anglo-Saxons existed as they were back then, today. Do you think they could pull it off? And immediately he just goes, absolutely fucking not. Okay, there is no fucking way they could ever do it. I'm like, yeah, fair enough. That's exactly what I thought.
Bro, you went so off on that. You like gave us a whole MLA formatted essay about how that could not be feasibly possible.
Yeah, he gave us so much evidence. He was like, yeah, here's how they'd have to do it, and here's why that wouldn't work. I thought it was so funny. But sadly, that's not. I really wish I still had that. But yeah,
sadly, it is going to be in the lost episode.
Yeah, and
you're gonna need to turn up your volume by like 300%.
I'm gonna ear-rape people if I do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it's gonna have to be. There ain't no way about it.
With that said, that's it for politics today. I think. Again, we did this right after the. So nothing really changed in the one day since.
Yeah. There's nothing really much else there.
It was already a slow week. It's even slower now.
I don't know, man. I think those Anglo-Saxons might be up to something.
We should keep an eye on those that extinct group of people.
Listen. World War I and World War II, Germany was the bad guy. Who knows? Maybe they're switching up the antagonist for the sequel. Yeah. It's gonna be the Anglo-Saxons, guys. Nah, the Anglo-Saxons, baby. We all know it's gonna be crazy, like love story between the superpowers of the U.S. of A. and Russia. They're gonna like me. No. Even better. Sonic 06, the video game. At the end of that video game, the three main characters that you get to play as are Sonic the Hedgehog, as would be evident, Shadow the Hedgehog,
okay,
the black one,
okay,
and Silver the Hedgehog, okay, the white one,
the silver one,
and the silver one. Shit,
you fucking idiot.
Fuck, bro.
He's like white fur,
Listen,
but I'm pretty sure he is like gray silver.
Listen. Do I look like the kind of motherfucker who took color theory?
I'm
Okay?
colorblind.
And I'm color dyslexic, bro.
Well,
you.
are you? Sorry, I just want to chime in. Though, are you proposing that the Anglo-Saxons happen to be Solaris, god of the sun,
Yes,
and the United States, the UK, and Russia are fucking hedgehogs?
Yes, sir. Bro, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna go so hard. It's gonna like show how the world could really unite and for a common goal once again after all this conflict that's been created since the virus of the corona has become a big topic of conversation these past few years. That's all I'm saying. On a completely unrelated topic, Doyle, have you ever wanted to beat the shit out of a child?
You know me so well.
I do know you so well, and I want to say I finally agree.
Finally, I thought we were pretty okay. I thought we were like on board with this. Okay, what is?
Well, I was like 50-50. It's like, okay, if they deserve it, but now I'm like, damn.
What constitutes deserving child abuse?
I'm gonna explain this right here. I foreshadowed this actually, because I didn't just mention that I went to the music store for no reason. I went there because I wanted to play some instruments and not purchase any of them like the asshole I am. But when I got there,
you're kind of an asshole.
I'm also broke.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I walk in there. I see this beautiful display of Fender and Gibson guitars that they usually have on like a just gigantic wall. And there's this little kid, there's this little girl, and I'm assuming her father probably, because who else would it be, like with her. And the father's looking at some guitar straps or something. He's like completely facing away. And this kid, she looks like she's maybe 5 or 6. And she walks up to the guitars, and so when you're playing a guitar, you like have to pluck or like hit the strings in some way to emanate noise.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered that pulling on them, like tugging on them, is a bad idea?
Yes.
Yes.
I think that goes without saying because they can get you tighten them. That's how you have to tighten them. So imagine.
So imagine seeing this little child fucking pulling on the guitar string like it's a bow, like going fucking Robin Hood on this bitch.
They call her Legolas.
They call her fucking bro. If that's the case, those elves are about to get fucking genocided. I swear, my guy. I'm gonna end them right here. I'm a musician, so this shit drove me insane. I like stood there at the end of the fucking store, and I just stood there and stared. The rage was seething inside me. I can't explain it any other way. I wanted to kick that child, bro. I'm gonna say that off the rip.
Well, those guitars are fucking expensive, okay? Well, the strings not so much. Like they work at the music store. They're gonna replace it. It doesn't matter. But it's just it hurts to watch.
It hurts to watch, right? It's like the best example I can give for that applies to your field is like seeing a little kid pressing all the buttons on a camera. Like just
that would get for that's really annoying. Because now I need to spend time fixing that. Like I need to go through every fucking setting and like just basically reset the camera from scratch. It's annoying. It's like, can you not touch that?
And I if you pull on strings, fun fact, because you have to tighten them.
Yeah.
If you pull on them, they loosen, even if you don't untighten the knob. So you do have to tune them again, and like same concept kind of applies.
Yeah, it's just
is why I think it's a good analogy. Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
So this is why I believe that I should stop talking and we should go on to gaming news.
We should. I've been trying to set. Yeah. Listen, we didn't mention this last week, but we didn't talk about it too much. Google Stadia dying is the big news story for gaming right now.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that at all because
I mentioned it and then we immediately jumped ship and I was like, God damn it! We were supposed to go on about that for a while. Google Stadia as a concept I think is interesting, but god damn did Google fucking screw this up.
As they do with anything that isn't their browser or YouTube, I swear.
Yeah.
See, I know you say it's an interesting idea, but personally, when I look at it, it just feels kind of doomed from the get-go. Because obviously, they don't have the staying power of the heavy hitters, mainly Xbox and PlayStation. so they're already on an uphill battle. But then on top of that, though, even though it's kind of has this rental system in place, almost it feels like the whole service element of it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I have very strong opinions on Stadia. I have friends who said it could have worked. I have friends who say it will never have worked. I don't think it could have worked. I don't think it's gonna work ever.
I agree.
Basically because you don't really own the games you're playing. It's really nice that Google is refunding all the purchases. That's fucking great. They're allowing you to move your save data to like PCs. That's great. God damn it, that shouldn't have been a problem. Oh, it wouldn't have been if I actually bought the physical game or a digital copy of the game. The issue is, since you're playing off their servers, they could literally just stop working at any time. And that's not good. That's all of your shit gone forever. Now we're lucky that it was Google, and Google has the funds to refund everybody because they know it'd be a PR disaster. But let's say some smaller company tries to do it, some like unheard of company, like some new one. Let's say Parsec tried to do it. Parsec doesn't have the fucking funds. Yeah. Okay.
Not even Parsec, even most like mid-range people. So the best example I'd give is probably someone like Epic Games trying this.
Yeah, let's say Epic Games tried this. It wouldn't work, and if it ever failed, Epic probably would just keep the money and run with it. They
wouldn't be able to refund people for it.
Yeah, like I'd say people who are really into Stadia, let me tell you, there were people so fucking into Stadia, they're like, no, it's the future. PC's dead. Xbox dead. PlayStation maybe, but it's fucking dead. And then the instant Stadia got announced that they're killing it, they're like, yeah, it was doomed from the start, guys. I always knew. It was obvious. Come on. Fucking shut up. Just take the L, guys. Everyone else knew it wasn't going to work. Why were you on about this?
Listen, you say this, but I'm looking at Stadia's like game selection, and they have Race with Ryan Road Trip Deluxe Edition and Ryan's Rescue Squad, bro.
Oh shit! Like, how did this fail?
How did it fail when you have hitters like that?
I'm actually gonna look at their game selection too. Hold on.
There's so many like. The other thing is there's so many just like dog shit kids games on here that kind of act as filler. Like there's multiple Paw Patrol games. There's an Ice Age game. Yeah, there's a couple
fucking
of
My Little
like...
Pony. How did this fail? How did this fail? Far Cry Primal. Oh, come on. Come on. Adam Wolf. What the fuck is Adam Wolf?
the fuck is Adam Wolf? What the shit?
No, I'm loading it up. Hold on. It's a fucking spot the difference game.
No way. People are paying for this shit, bro.
Like, come on. Like most of these games, like shovelware, are like just not good.
Yeah, borderline shovelware, right?
Yeah, like this isn't like. Oh fuck yeah, we got My Friend Peppa Pig. Let's go. Hot Wheels Unleashed is a good game though. I heard like that shit's fun as fuck. But I wouldn't get Stadia for it. I just buy the fucking game.
Like they have some pretty big like indie games, like Golf with Your Friends, which no one's played for years.
Yeah, actually, it was kind of a gimmick game, but yeah, there are some good games. But keep on, you're still buying the game separately, right? Like you don't. It's not like a subscription thing, as far as I'm aware. That's what I was told.
Yeah, I know. There's some games you can play. It's kind of like the Xbox Live Gold model.
Yeah,
you get some stuff for free.
It's just this clearly would never like. First of all, they need to get the rights to really good games, and most developers saw this for what it was, and it was a waste of time. It's much safer for a developer to release on Steam, and I'll segue into that later. There's a Steam Fest going on right now for upcoming games, and I'm going to talk about some of the ones I found kind of interesting.
Yo, are there any sales?
No, these games aren't out yet. It's upcoming. You can play demos of these games. You can watch the developers play these games. But they're not out yet. It's just a way to get these new developers out there a bit, or hype up upcoming games.
Unless I'm bringing back a common theme now. If I don't see Squirrel with a gun on there, I don't care.
It fucking might be if you look hard enough.
It better be, bro. That shit was gonna go hard. I'm gonna fucking promote the shit out of that game. Well, I don't care. That's badass.
I guess now is a good time to look at some of these games I really liked. What are some games I thought were cute, kind of cool? I'll talk about some of these. So
it's called Kawaii.
It's called Kawaii, Doyle. Come on.
Oh.
First up is a point-and-click adventure game with multiple endings. You make choices. Yeah, I'm not big on point-and-click adventure games, but this looks really cute. And it's definitely supposed to be a Stranger Things thing. Yeah, Kuba's dead. It's called Unusual Findings, if you want to look at it yourself, Kuba.
Yes, sir.
I do like the art style. It's cute. It's like old pixel stuff. It's very 80s. You know, that's what they're trying to do. You go to a Video Buster, and you're trying to solve the mystery. Like, an alien crashes in your town and starts killing certain people, so you're trying to solve the mystery. And you can make choices throughout the game that will change the game. Like, you could probably kill your friends by accident, because there's 3 of you.
Accident? Is it really?
Yeah, with me, you know it's not. But I thought this game looked kind of cute. Definitely.
No, the art style actually, I thought, because I've seen so much pixel art in indie games, it's so overdone.
It is overdone. I agree. I think this art style reminds me of have you ever seen that game Do Not Escape, I think it's called, or Try Not to Escape?
I was gonna say it reminds me of Dave, like those I think it was LucasArts games. Yeah, like,
well, that's probably what they're
Monkey
going
Island. Yeah, definitely. It reminds me of that, and that's why I agree that it does look kind of charming.
Yeah. There was this game called, like, Do Not Escape 4 or whatever. Like, 4 of these games. Don't Escape 4. It's also on Steam. That's what it reminded me of. It's also a point-and-click game that it has a really unique mechanic. I'm not really going to go into it right now, but it's a Markiplier playthrough that I would recommend watching. The Don't Escape series is a really fun take on the escape room genre of games. Coming up next, we have Entropy, or the Entropy Center, sorry. And it is a puzzle game that is very clearly inspired by Portal. But instead of portals being the gimmick, it's time travel. And I don't even want to even think about that.
No, that goes crazy. You got me peaked. I like this shit.
Yeah, this one looks really cool. Because there was a Portal mod that came out that added a third portal that used time travel. And I thought that was really cool. I don't even want to wrap my head around that, but it looked really cool. But
no,
yeah,
I know exactly the mod you're talking about, and that's sick as fuck.
It is really sick. Love that. And this just feels like kind of a whole game based on that one concept. Again, I'll have to see it. It looks really promising. It is very clearly a Portal-inspired game. Like, there's no question about that. They have the fucking bridges in there too.
Bro, they even, at least from the thumbnail, they have a funny robot.
Your gun is a funny robot. Win. So you have a Wheatley too. Like, come on.
Let's go.
Up next, we have an SCP game, Go Home Annie. This one I don't know much about, but I'm just really happy to see SCP games getting more and more mainstream.
I'd kind of agree, but I also feel like it's having the same... I'm going to call it backroomsitis, because I see so many backrooms games now, and they all look like they're the same thing. And I get that SCP kind of is a bit more freeform, so there's a lot more that you can go into. Yeah. Although, to be fair, at least from looking at these screenshots, this one looks sick as well.
It does look really good. It looks more like your standard horror game, like solve puzzles, don't die to the monster. But also it looks like kind of this mind-bending experience. I love that one screenshot. There's like this hole in the wall and paper stuck to the wall all around it. That looks really cool. But I don't know much about this game. There's a demo. I could try that, but I'm not going to do it right now, obviously. But yeah, it looks kind of promising. Let's go!
Let's play when. White guys, let's play when.
Up next, we have a cooperative game, a roguelike co-op game called Ship of Fools. Well, we played roguelike games like this before.
That's true. I can't.
You made me play one with you. Like, Doyle, you gotta play Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time with me.
Okay, when you put it like that, it sounds gay as fuck.
Yeah, that's what you said verbatim.
That is true. That is exactly what I said. I can't take that back.
Doyle, come on, open up Parsec, bro.
Dude, you have to. I swear, bro. I swear, it's not. It's subliminal messaging. What's it called again?
It's the Ship of Fools.
Chip. Oh, I typed in chip, like
chip.
Food.
No, you have to plan your course on like a map. You like pick up stuff to upgrade your ship as you go. Obviously, you die a lot. It looks kind of fun. It looks like,
kind of. I'm not sure if I dig this one as much as the last two I saw.
Oh, definitely not. Like... I really need to see it in action, right? And I can't really watch a trailer right now without deafening people.
Because the ships, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me looking at the ship and the way the combat might work. I don't know how they're gonna make it engaging because it looks pretty. I don't know.
it
I'm a little
it
confused
really
by
looks
how they
like
go with
Lovers
it.
in Dangerous Space Time, where I'm not also controlling the ship.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Without the control of the ship, it feels like there's a lot less dimension to it. If that is the case,
Yeah, it's
right?
just a setting. I really hope you control the ship in this, because otherwise, what's the point in the ship being there? You know, like make
Yeah.
me reload the cannons with my teammates, like make me control the ship with
Mhm.
my team. It'd be a lot of fun like that.
Yeah, my biggest worry with it, I think the best way of explaining it is that what I'm worried, because this is one of my least favorite tropes in video games, is on-rail shooter sections.
Oh yeah,
Fucking hate them. And I'm worried that this is just gonna be a perpetual state of on-rail shooter, and that's the core gameplay.
yeah.
If it's not,
I'm
hell yeah,
just
but
reading. So it says here, designed for co-op play, frantic combat encounters with horrifying creatures of the storm will test your teamwork. Work together to defend and repair the ship. Combine item effects and powerful combos, and then make sure your shipmates back. Basically, that last part's flavor text. Uh, yeah, it does have solo play, but I don't know why you want to play this solo. So there's that.
yeah, why the hell would you ever do that?
Yeah.
That's just not gonna
Since
be
it
fun
seems
looking at
two
it.
player, I don't think you control the ship yourself, which is kind of lame. But
That does kind of lose me a bit.
oh,
That's maybe just a personal thing, but I don't know.
I have two more games, but I think I closed one earlier by accident. Hold on, here it is. Coming up next, we have Manor Lords. This is one of the first ones I saw. It's a medieval strategy game featuring in-depth city building. This guy looks fun. I know
Sorry,
some
what's it
friends who
called?
lose their Manor Lords.
Manor
So
Lords.
you do like city skyline shit, and then there's like actually it's kind of what it seems like to me, like city skylines but medieval.
Yeah, that's kind of sick.
And there's medieval warfare in this, so like wars would happen. And this is a game that we don't see much of anymore. And I'm kind of happy to see it. Is it for me? Probably not. But I know friends who'd probably enjoy this.
Yeah, I've never been much of a strategy guy, as it's evident that I don't really use my brain a lot. But yeah, no, this is kind of sick, and it's different than any other kind of city building game I've seen. So
Yeah, especially with an emphasis on the battle system, that'd be pretty cool. Because normally in those games you have like huge events like hurricanes and shit that knock your shit together. But here it just seems more. Oh, the focus on combat being the main thing, that'd be pretty sweet.
hmm.
For last,
All
not
right.
least, I have one
What
VR game.
yeah, what do you got for us, Big D? What do you
Big
got,
D, oh, I
bro?
like that one. It's called
Yeah,
Grimlord, and it's a dark fantasy action RPG built for VR.
okay.
And this just
Okay.
looks fun. We are missing like VR campaign games. And I'll talk about that later, believe me.
I
But
know you will. I
yeah,
damn
you
well know
know.
you will.
So looks half fun. Dungeon. It seems to be like Legendary Tales. If you've ever seen that, like a dungeon crawler. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if there's any like campaign to this, or if it's actually just random dungeons. It says epic boss fights, and it appears to be Dark Souls inspired. So
Bro, VR Dark Souls sounds sick as fuck, okay? If that
right?
is the case. I I know a lot of people are tired of Souls like shit now, but come on.
No, after
Come
Elden
on.
Ring, we all want more, dude. Let's be
Okay,
real.
maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just cuz I do not generally like the Souls like formula, but I think I'd love it in VR.
Yeah, like except for the rolling, give me like bosses with badass like music playing. I would love like a VR Dark Souls game where I don't have to roll all the time, where it's actually like sword combat,
Yeah,
like the
like it's
badass music playing.
yeah, and you do have to like it's still they're super fucking hard and difficult to take down, which makes it more satisfying when you do
Yeah.
finally get to kill them. But it's just in VR, it'd be sick as hell because there's just that whole feeling of more personal accomplishment than you would get from a regular game, right?
Yeah. It looks like Legendary Tales and Blade Sorcery, but like with a darker aesthetic. Again, very clearly Dark Souls inspired. I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on this one. It looks really promising. So I'll let that live in your mind for now. But actually, last thing, more about the Dark Souls thing. Apparently, the boss fights do have attack patterns. It literally says, "Memorize their attack patterns is the key to conquer."
Yo,
So yeah,
okay, okay.
again, just Dark Souls VR is what they're going for.
That is hype. That's hype. I'm excited for that. Gee, bro, you got me sold on that one.
Oh, actually, I have one more, and this one also looks pretty fun.
You just found it right now, didn't
Well,
you?
no, it was there, and I was like, oh, this one looks really cool. I kind of want to talk about it. It was right beside this one, actually. Black Trail VR. It's just called Black Trail. And I'm only talking about it because it's a Wild West game where you play as a bounty hunter and a native warrior. Which I don't, yeah. I just think Wild West games we need more of them in the first place.
I do.
Come on.
The closest thing I can even think of to a Western setting is in fucking that one VR rhythm game where you shoot guns like John Wick.
Yeah, I was gonna say Red Dead, but then you said like VR. Yeah, VR we don't really have this.
VR. Yeah.
So more VR Wild West games. We need more VR games that get more unique. Give me more VR pirate games. Give me more VR fucking space games. Give me more VR cowboy games. Go crazy with it.
Yeah, get a little wild out there. We get a shit ton of horror, military. Get a bit crazy, bro. I want to be in the jungle, like fucking tribal man, hunting dinosaurs.
Oh, hunting dinosaurs. Okay, never mind.
Hunting dinosaurs.
Yeah,
I know there's wilderness survival games. It's a very
there's Green
genre.
Hell. That's something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know about Green Hell.
Okay, well, it was just you explicitly described Green Hell and add one thing at the end of it.
I just want more games with dinosaurs, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, actually, VR dinosaurs.
I'm gonna be that kid, but come on.
Give me VR wrestling. Let's go. Put me in there, boss.
Bro, you already imagine if you could fucking actually. Yo, that'll be sick if you could kind of make both. Like, it's a multiplayer game, right? But both characters, like, they have like a physics model you can pick up, and so like the other player.
That'd be so trippy.
It'd be so trippy, but it'd be sick as hell, right? Like, you could get picked up by someone else, so you could like theoretically wrestle. That would go crazy. That would be crazy.
That's a really come on. Someone get on that. If the Attack on Titan game can make me motion sick, all right, you can do it too. I don't care. I'll pay for that.
Who cares if there's motion sickness involved? That's badass.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. Well, I also want to talk about a game that I played that I was really excited for and I have very mixed opinions of. And Kuba heard my rant already, but I'm going to do it again.
It's boning time.
It's boning time. Bonelab came out, and God fucking damn it. It's so goddamn close to being, like, good. It's just, alright. So, the game was very clearly built with modding as the main feature. That's what they want. It's a Gmod. But the modding's kind of a mess right this minute. It's very complicated to do. If you're playing on the Quest version of the game, I have heard you need an Android phone to do that. Which I have an Android phone, not a problem. I don't know how it plays into me modding the game, but if you're gonna make mods the central focus, it needs to be easy. Even Half-Life Alyx has the workshop built into the game, and I just press subscribe. Right? It's not too complicated.
You subscrizzled.
You subscrizzled to the whizzle. I don't know why I said that, but modding. Yeah. So when you play the game the first time, they're like, "Hey, before you mod anything, beat the main story first." And I said I was probably going to do that anyways. All right, let's go. And so the first level is great. You're getting hung by this village.
Sorry, I just want to stop you. The first level's great. You're getting murdered.
It's awesome.
You're getting
yes, I love dying. Sorry, you have a point. That's kind of weird how I worded that. But you escape. Yeah, you die, but you live. And you like take this this knife that appears, and you cut this rope, and you fall into the caves, and you get this nice little tutorial. It's not super in depth because I swear to God, they really expected that everyone who played this game played Boneworks first, and so there's some things that they just don't fucking explain at all, like how the slow motion works. Like I didn't even end up using it much because it was super weird how it worked. Like it's 3 different levels of slow motion. You have to press the button multiple times. I don't know. It was kind of a mess. It was weird. And it wouldn't last very long sometimes. I'm like, do I have to hold it? Do I just let it go? I got mixed results. So I just ended up trying to not use it.
I'm already not a big fan of slow motion mechanics in VR, honestly. Unless it's like a Matrix game or something, if that existed. Then I get it.
But this is the closest thing you're going to get to a Matrix game, honestly.
I guess so.
I mean, you could literally play as Neo, technically, if someone gets around to it.
You can also play as Naked Diva.
You can play as Naked Diva. I don't even see her on the mod page anymore, so make it that way you will.
Anymore. I love how that's
Oh
called.
no, there she is.
Yo, let's go. Send the sauce. Send the
I'm
sauce
not
for
sending you
educational purposes.
I get Rule 34 exists. You could just do that. You'll probably find the exact model.
Bro, that shit's Pixar quality. I'm sorry.
There are so much fucking NSFW models here. This is insane. This is absurd. People are too fucking horny. I don't know what they were expecting. This is very obviously gonna happen.
Bro, we all knew. Don't act like you're surprised.
No, I know. I'm not surprised. I'm just disappointed.
You're forgetting most people. Not everyone, obviously, but a significant majority of people who play VR are already gamers. And what do gamers get? Not bitches. That's for sure.
That's true.
That is for sure. So, say what you will.
It just sucks. We have such good mods like Peter Griffin Avatar, Rick Sanchez. I saw Shrek up there. And then we have Anime Catgirl and Diva naked.
Are you telling me those aren't masterpieces, bro? What
those last two are. We got Patrick Bateman, and then we have Succubus X2.
Rouge de Bowen.
I'm
boys.
sure. Hold on, 1 second.
He's curious now.
No, not yet. I think I saw Sonic. Idea. Someone's gonna do it.
Damn, they got Sonic, but not Rouge de Bat.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
People.
But I'm just gonna say it bluntly. The campaign in this game actually fucking blows. It is terrible, which sucks because that was like what I liked in Boneworks. It's weird that they made a whole game based off the worst parts of Boneworks, which are the mini games that you get after beating the game. They all suck. I'm not really a big fan of any of them. They're all very generic and they don't really add much, except for Sandbox. But that's, yeah. So when you get to the second level, it's this hub world, which you never return to in the main story. So I don't know why it's called the hub. This could have just been a main menu, guys. It's just weird. No, but it's a hub because it's also a level. It forces you. There's a big tablet in the center. Well, not the center, but when you walk out of the elevator, there's a big tablet that tells you to play a minimum of 3 games. So I played Arena, Tac Trial, and Experimental. Now, I want to be clear. Experimental and Sandbox literally have nothing right now. There's nothing you can really do in them because they rely on you unlocking things through playing the game through those little orbs. And while I'm on the topic of the orbs, if you played Boneworks, they changed how they work here. In Boneworks, it was stupid. You had to like take them with you until you find a reclamation bin, a bargain bin, and you shove them in the bargain bin.
Shit, bro, he got the bargain bin.
Let's
fucking
go.
The dollar store, the Walmart, Shoppers Drug Mart.
We got the dollar store. Let's go.
Dollar store.
Let's go.
Just
real quick, I think it's really funny because the dollar store in my town still sells Titanfall 2 on the Xbox. Anyways, for $1, by the way. I can own so much copies of Titanfall.
Bro, listen, you're telling me you didn't cop that? Shit,
I don't have an Xbox.
I do. Buy those for me, bro.
Okay, if I end up going by in the next couple days, I'll let you know if I see one.
Yo,
you're gonna get a copy of Titanfall 2.
Big win.
So it forces you to play 3 mini games, and only 3 of them are actually worth playing right now because you can actually play them. Mods, obviously, you can't do that yet. Sandbox, I don't know why you would. You have nothing unlocked except maybe a gun or like a crate. Base, like Experimental, I didn't try the other 2 modes in Experimental, but I tried Baseline, and it's a complete waste of fucking time because, again, relies on you having stuff to spawn. But I did Arena and I did Tac Trial and did Experimental, and I think this is a me thing, but I had really long loading screens. In Boneworks, that wasn't a problem because the levels were really long and I got enough playtime out of it to warrant it. Here, though, okay, 5-minute loading screen. I'm in Tac Trial now. I play through Tac Trial. Another 5-minute loading screen. I go to Arena. 5-minute loading screen. Then I have to select the mode I want to play in Arena. That's another loading screen. I die. Another loading screen. And I need to go back to the hub. That's another loading screen, right? It gets annoying.
Yeah, and don't forget, for those people who aren't invested in VR like we are, we both have the Oculus Quest 2, which is what, let's be honest, probably 3/4 of consumers have, because it's just the best option for price and quality overall. But it only has 2 hours of battery. So every 5-minute loading screen is a really significant portion of your playtime, actually, if you
That
really
is.
think about it.
It
That's
took
like
me.
1/32 of your entire battery life.
I
That
think it
one
took
little
me like 3 sessions of VR to actually get to the next goddamn level, especially when you hear what happened after I got all that done. But real quick, if you're playing on Quest, if you're doing what I'm doing, you're playing the PC version on Quest, which is actually the optimal way to play the game because you get the mods too at some point. That's an issue you could probably run into. But if you're playing with the index on PC, good luck because there's another bug where if you have the knuckle grips, which most people who have index do because they actually care a lot about this, that doesn't fucking work. The knuckle grips, I didn't mention this the other day. The knuckle grips like broke the game. I don't know what the problem was. I've never used them before, but there was a lot of issues running the game on index. Like a lot of people just couldn't do it.
Man, what I think really sucks is that it's not just you saying this. This game kind of did at the end of the day, unfortunately, get overhyped. Because if you go to reviews, a lot of people are also kind of thrashing it for being unfinished and unpolished in a lot of areas. And
This game I thought was going to get December release date, and I think that's much more manageable. They definitely should have done that. It really, I'll just be honest, this game does not feel finished. The first review says it the way I'd put it is, I wanted to like Bonelab. The game has its moments, but doesn't feel like a cohesive playtest game. And the next issue I had is something that shouldn't even be in the game in the fucking first place. To continue the game, all the mini games, after you play 3 of them, there's gonna be a light coming off the top of them. And you go back to the tablet, it says, demonstrate crane aptitude. Plug in 3 core keys. Yeah, right, and I go, okay, sure, I know what a crane is because I explored. It wasn't too hard to find. So the way the crane works is on Bonelab physics, sorry, and it just doesn't work fucking properly because it's something that technically you could probably make in the sandbox mode instead of being an actual level asset. So it used the welding tool from what I gather, and the welding tool is buggy as fuck, I swear to God. So the crane works by extending these little squares, these little magnets downwards. There's 3 of them. One that doesn't move, it stays on the crane. One in the middle that extends that one. Then one more that extends down enough to grab the core keys.
mm-hmm.
Well, I thought it was kind of strange because I was looking at my crane and I went, that doesn't look right, because the two lower ones were clipping into the back of the crane, facing at an upward angle. And I couldn't extend one. Like I was wondering why one of the levers wasn't doing anything. I was like, oh, as it turns out, it's because it can't fucking extend because it's clipped inside of itself. So I actually Googled a playthrough of the game from Node. If you don't know, Node is the guy who made the game worked for Node for a super long time. He's super friends with them. Obviously, the video's gonna be biased. I'm not gonna judge him for that. But for him, he's like, wow, this is so cool. Don't fucking defend crane mini games. I have never once found a fucking game that had a crane mini game and I said, I want to do that again. Cranes fucking suck, okay? I'm sorry. They'll never be fun. I don't know why they added this clearly to pad the campaign. A hub level shouldn't have a whole fucking crane mini game that doesn't work attached to it. It's so annoying. So what I did is, right now you can skip the crane, but you do eventually have to do it if you want to finish the campaign, which you need to do to actually mod the game. So you gotta figure the crane out eventually. So there's a level select. I just went to the next level. I don't know if they left that in unintentionally or not. I think they did, considering they actually want you to beat the campaign this time around. Whereas in Boneworks, you didn't if you didn't want to. You should, but you didn't.
You really should. I mean, why are you even buying the game?
Yeah, come on. It's $30 game. This is $45, and this should have been the $30. I'd rather pay $45 for Boneworks than the $30 I paid for this. Sorry, the $45 I paid for this.
Roasted.
This is not worth $45 fucking dollars. I don't care how cool the avatar thing is. The game didn't even want me using it until the very end. So
even if it is high tech and really advanced for VR, it's still.
I can still judge the game for what it is.
Yeah.
The physics are really cool, but there's huge problems with them. And the crane didn't even fucking work. And what's stupid is they really try and force you to use the crane. And this is my big problem with this game overall, is that for a physics sandbox, you're not giving me a whole lot of options here. The game is super fucking linear. Whereas in Boneworks, you can do all this crazy shit to skip segments of levels. Here, they're like, no, you playing the game exactly like everyone else's. No question about it. You have to do it the same way as everyone else. Which blows. It just doesn't give me the resources I need to actually physics sandbox. And it doesn't. That would be fine if the campaign was built around that, but it's a total fucking mess. I digress. I'll get to it in a second. I ended up actually. I'll leave that for later. The first 2 levels after the hub, so up until level 4, it's fine. All right, there's nothing like amazing. They're fine. I think it's 5 or 6 where the game starts giving you these avatars. But you can't switch between them yet. Then you get the avatar switcher at the end of level 5.
Yeah.
And you can't switch yet. Every level after that, you unlock 1 avatar. So you go through the game learning what makes these avatars good. Why you'd want to switch between them. Kind of. Only like 2 of them are worth playing at, or 3 of them are worth playing as. The first one you get is like this strong dude. Like he looks like Bruce Willis. And you just beat the shit out of guys for a bit. Yeah.
Bruce Willis, really?
Kind of like a really buff Bruce Willis. Like,
okay, shit, bro. That caught me off guard for some reason. I don't know why.
It really kind of looked like Bruce, like a younger Bruce Willis. I'll say that much. Like back when he was in his prime. Either that or like some Fast and Furious character. I don't know the name of.
Vin Diesel?
No, I guess Vin Diesel, kind of. I don't know. It looks like he's based off like a stereotypical white action guy.
Yeah, I get you.
That's what I'm trying to get at. And this level's kind of fun. I don't think there's a single gun in the level. You're really just running around beating the shit out of people. But the melee combat in this game is wonky as fuck. And if I am to do a video review of this, I'll actually do a live demonstration. Because you hold like a plunger or something in one hand in this game, and you turn to the left. The plunger starts getting pushed, like the top half, starts getting pushed to the right. It's as if you have the loosest fucking grip on everything. So you try and hit a dude with like a sledgehammer, and you're hitting them with like this rubber mallet. It really doesn't feel great. And Boneworks had the same problem. I was really hoping it'd be better here. So
chill, bro. You just gotta do some grip exercises. You're just weak. You're just frail.
Well, I don't know. They didn't want you gripping shit clearly if you play the index version, so.
How about you grip some bitches?
I'll grip my nuts.
Damn. What if I do it first?
I'd rather you not. Please leave my nuts away from your hand.
That's a sentence I didn't think I'd hear from you today.
That's going on a t-shirt when we get those, guys.
Let's go. New merch one.
It'll be like a picture of me with my hands together. Like, please leave my nuts away from your hand. You're gonna wear that at the conventions. It'd be so funny.
Fire. It'll be fire. It'll be drippy as hell, bro. Should drippier than the whole faucet.
I'll start speeding this a bit. Then you have a parkour level, and this character is really fun to play, but they basically die in one hit, especially in the late game. Then what was next? You play as a tower defense game where you play as the really fat, strong guy. He's also kind of fun to play as because you don't need weapons anymore. You just punch people and they go fucking flying, and that's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the fucking moon base. The moon base is quite possibly the worst level I've ever played in a video game in my life. Not because it's hard, not even because it's too easy, because it's why the fuck is this here? I know why. It's to pad the campaign another 10 minutes. The campaign's only like 3 hours if you actually play through it straight.
Oh, hell no. No content.
It's really short. I think Boneworks, if you're speed running, like if you're going fast on your first playthrough, it's like 6 hours, so it's already faster. Like it's already longer for the price. But this moonbase level, you play as this really short cat guy, and at first there's a really annoying music loop playing in the back. It's
first of all,
yeah.
Already a tragedy that's a cat guy and not a cat girl. I'm gonna just say it.
He looks ugly as fuck too.
Oh,
actually, look at like Bonelab cat guy or something. I don't know what you call it.
I kind of don't want to search that up because I don't want to seem like a furry, but I guess I have to.
You're doing it. He is the worst avatar in the game, and no one likes playing as him. It was.
It's this dude. Yeah.
It was kind of funny at first because your guns are all comically oversized. They're huge. But then you realize that this 30-second loop is going to play throughout the entire level, and There's no enemies, and you just need to walk in a straight line to the end. But they give you the dev spawn gun, like the sandbox spawn gun, so you can spawn stuff. But guess what? You're not done the campaign yet. You have nothing to fucking spawn. Like, I don't know what the game plan here was. You literally have nothing to spawn at this point. Granted, I wasn't really going out of my way looking for the things. Because truth is, I was probably going to just download a 100% save file when I'm done. I don't care to search through every level in the game, especially if it's this linear. But this level blows. It's really bad. If you actually listen to that loop, which after we're done the show, Kuba, I'm going to get you to do.
Okay, yeah, because you never did that.
We never did that. He doesn't know what it sounds like. But at first, it was kind of funny. Like, I did like an Irish jig or something. I was like, look at this. It's really funny.
Right. Yeah. Because the first time picturing is that one like song from Portal that like plays on the radio. That
kind of like it feels like it was designed to be annoying, and it really is. So you beat that level, and then you go to I think it was the Mario Kart level, where you play as the maid chick that's on every single picture of this game. The one with the red hair, yeah.
Okay.
And you literally just do around the Mario Kart in a go-kart, like 3 laps, and they actually put a sign because the go-kart is admittedly hard to control, and some people just probably can't do it, or they're like get motion sick from it.
Some people just can't drive anyway.
Some people can't drive. I've seen a lot of people who can't fucking drive. It's actually really hard to drive in VR without like a physical wheel. I'll be honest with you. I ended up getting the controls around lap 3. Like that's when it made sense in my head. Or at least I found a way to not oversteer. That was my big problem.
Yeah, that is a problem at first when you're trying it. Because I know not a lot of games do it, but there are exceptions. And you do get used to it pretty soon, but it's a little weird at first, right?
It was so weird. I ended up getting my car stuck, and I had to actually grab it and like move it. Because the car was light as fuck, surprisingly. The character you're playing as is, I think, physically the weakest in the fucking game. I don't even know why they make you... Like, they clearly couldn't think of a way to make this character useful in the long run. So they just said, fuck it, Mario Kart. So...
Bro, we all know why she's useful. She making me act unwise.
Oh, she make me act... Yeah, actually. I saw on the subreddit there was, like, a fanfic of Ford from the first game dogging this chick. And I was like, guys, come the fuck on. She has horns, dude.
Bro, she really got me acting unwise then.
Oh.
Holy, bro. Horns? Bro, that's a grip.
You could call me Hardy. Sorry.
And that's it for today's episode,
Yeah,
guys.
that's it. I didn't get the drink. Anyways, no, we're not done. The next level is also the worst one in the game. I'm really between this and the moon base. Because at least the moon base, it was annoying. It shouldn't have been there. But this last level was the stupidest goddamn fucking thing. So they give you this really tall guy. And you have to climb a tower. And I'm like, okay, fine. Sure. While you're climbing the tower, there are these stupid fucking birds that fly around. And obviously you're in VR, you can't keep track of them while you're going up this tower. If they hit you, you will transform into a random avatar. Fuck off. Why? I don't know. It really didn't add anything to the challenge unless you got the cat guy. And if I got the cat guy, I end up just waiting to get to transform again. Because I just didn't want to deal with it. But every time you reach a button that you can't reach, the game will automatically turn you back into the tall guy. So there's kind of an exploit to it. It was just so fucking stupid. And then you get to the end and you have to grab like the big orb or whatever, you smash it up and you get the tall guy. Then level 12 isn't even a level. It's a cutscene that sends you back to the hub. Now when you're in the hub, and this is the only reason it's the hub, is so they have an excuse to use it twice, I guess.
Big dub. Gotta get that reused content.
If you didn't get the orbs in the thing earlier, you have to do it now or else you just cannot continue the story. I think I remember checking the level select and the last 2 levels were not there. You have to do this. So
Bruh. I
still couldn't get the crane to work. It was broken in a very similar way. But it was still, like, they weren't aiming up. They were just stuck in the bottom now, and I couldn't extend it. I turned into the fat guy, and I tried to, like, rip it apart with, straight up. Yeah, I just tried to rip magnets apart. Like, fucking huge Hydron Collider. This could fucking make a black hole with my sheer strength. Yeah, it didn't work. So, and by the way, you can't grab the core keys either, even though they're totally grabbable. I don't know. They have like two big steel things on the side. And when you're holding, like when you're touching them, your character makes damage noises as if they're being hurt. You're not being hurt. The game will not kill you in the hub, I swear to God. What I just did is I became the tall guy, and I just picked them up and held them in my arms as if I was holding them. And I walked to the top and placed them in manually as the tall guy. But one of them you just can't do that with. On the experimental mode, the core key is literally inside the machine, inside the thing. You need the crane to get it out because you can't get anything else in there. Fuck. Okay. So I just ended up fucking around with the crane for another 20 minutes, and eventually it started working proper. And I just managed to get it by sheer luck. If you don't have the avatars, it's not possible to do that. And if this happens to anyone else, the tall guy is who I got it unstuck with. He is the most useful fucking avatar in the game. He is bear strength, dude.
Slenderman really coming in clutch.
Yes, actually! Thank you, Slenderman! You're so tall and helpful. Thank you. Give me a hug. Oh, thank you. And then the last two levels are actually good. The next level does a really good job at making you switch between all the characters. And the last level is really fun because they just put you back in the village from the beginning of the game. And you get to take your revenge on the people who tried to kill you. And it was really fun. I remember the very end of the level is my favorite because you go to like this bar and I pulled out my pistols and I went in slow-mo and I just fucking fully unloaded into one guy. Like dual wield pistols. And then I just started as Bruce Willis just beating the shit out of everyone else in there. It was really fun. Like I threw someone over the rafters at the top onto the table and they lived. So I threw a barrel over the rafter, like it crushed them. Like, why couldn't the game have been like that? I had so much fun just rampaging through this village. Give me more of that.
Too hard. I think the big issue is that, and this is something that I see developers do a shit ton, that have been doing a shit ton these past few years, is that especially with any game where community content is advertised, they just give up on the single player stuff, even though it's still meant to be an integral part of the experience. And hurts the game in the long run. Like,
I wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment. They, like, the way I saw his campaigns, I looked at differently than most people. And I still hated it, so make it that way you will. I looked at it as, hey, modders, this is stuff that you can do, but better, because we don't want to. I was like, God, what even is the point here?
Yeah. Like, I'm just going to say it. As much as I love games oriented around community content, I think it can create some awesome shit, even though I respect my time too much to invest myself in the creation process nowadays. It's a red flag because the rest of the game is just going to be shit.
Probably.
That's just the way it is nowadays.
And I hate to bring Skyrim into this, again, one of my favorite games, but they had because Skyrim was never really made to be modded. They knew it would get modded. It was a very easy game to mod. They added support for it themselves at some point. That wasn't you could still play Skyrim without them.
Yeah.
There was still a whole game.
Skyrim. Yes, I loved it because they didn't just drop everything onto that. It was kind of like a realization like, oh, this is pretty easy to modify. Let's allow people to do that more effectively so that that's kind of free publicity for us and people stay like attracted to our game.
Yeah.
And it worked wonderfully.
And I'm amazed they let stuff like Skyrim Bruma and Sky Oblivion or whatever stay up. Like, hey, yeah, you can play all of Oblivion in Skyrim. Who gives a fuck? It's a 30-year-old game. Fuck off.
Yeah, who gives a shit? We probably made as much money as we can off of it anyways.
Yeah, you're not selling much more Oblivion these days.
Yeah, right?
So, I mean, shit on Bethesda as much as you want, but at least, and yeah, they did re-release Skyrim a lot. But they did modding the best. Like, there's still a full functioning game underneath that, but modding is this cool bonus. And I wouldn't mind in Bonelab so much if mods were easier to make and release. You still basically need to know how to program to make you do need to know how to program to make these. It's not like Dreams or Little Big Planet or Mario Maker where they give you the tools to make levels. You can't even save your sandbox worlds. So, I mean, like, just come on. Really, at the end of the day, it feels incomplete. I didn't even mention that the physics are totally fucked up. My theory is that they actually did downgrade the physics to make it work on Quest. That's the theory. I'm probably going to do a comparison at some point and look at Boneworks physics again. It's just been a while. But the two-handed rifles felt awful to control. I like the pistols. The shotguns were fun. SMGs, I was a bit iffy and would rather not use them. But rifles, every time I saw one, I just threw it away. It was not worth using.
Oh, hell no. He threw away the musket.
Yeah, I threw away the musket. It took too long to reload.
Damn, faux shame. He ain't a real one. He ain't a real loyalist like the rest of us. Damn.
But yeah, every time I see like a review of this game, all they're doing is praising the physics of it. I'm like, guys, have you played Boneworks? Yeah, like it's just this but better.
Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen. Dick Rider.
They are. I only saw one review where the guy actually agreed with my point. And he's like, yeah, I just want to talk about the negatives for a second because I only see people sucking this game's dick. And granted, he didn't go as in-depth as I did there. I'm really only talking about the negatives. I think fundamentally, I did enjoy the game. Yeah. I'm not going to play the campaign ever again, but I did enjoy the actual fun parts. Like, there's certain levels there, because the levels are much shorter in Boneworks. I was hoping it'd be short and sweet. Just give me, like, throw me in an area. There's a level where you're running through an office building with a shotgun. That's really fun. Give me stuff like that. All right? Maybe I understand you don't want the 30-minute long levels where you fucking, you know.
Yeah, it's not meant to be Boneworks 2. It's kind of different in that sense. Although, again, I still think that hyper focusing on the community content is kind of a deficit to the game.
I'm glad it's there, but I'm actually currently having issues modding the game myself to a point where even my friend who's a programmer is having a lot of trouble with it. Modding this game is not that easy. Again, I don't know much about VR, like weight plating and all that stuff. Not my forte. Again, kind of a boomer now. Whoops. But so my friend modded his model into the game, his VR model. I went, that was really cool. I'd like to put myself in the game at some point too. So he pointed me to VRroid, which like this, it's how you make VR chat models that really easily. I made a cool little cute anime model of me based on the Joho characters.
Fucking cringe. You fucking.
No, it's adorable. I'm awesome.
You VTuber ass cringe.
I'm a VTuber. Yeah, my face reveal is gonna be a VTuber.
I am going to walk over to your house. Literally walk, not take the bus, which is like.
I have like 6 days to prepare.
That's like, I think it's like 40 to 60 hours walk to get to your place from where I am. I'm going to do that walk, determined walk, and I'm going to go there and I'm going to strangle you while yelling mean words at your face, calling you a fucking weeb-ass cringe lord.
No, okay, listen, I'm not going to put my actual real-life body in the game unless I could. That'd be so awesome. If someone has a way to scan me in the game, let's do it. I want in the game, guys.
Bro, I want to be virtual Kuba, not crazy.
Yeah, that'd be so sick to actually have a real like just me, like genuinely just how I am right now with my shirt and everything in the game. But I can't do that, so anime is the way to go. Sorry.
Nah, bro. Nah, I bet you prefer 2D women to the real deal, brother. You giving me that impression. You the type of motherfucker. No, you have all the sex, bro. I
have so much sex all the time. Look at me go.
Yeah, with your fucking right hand, you fucker, motherfucker. I bet this motherfucker grabs a piece of paper that was sketched all over by some fucking 30-year-old, skinny 30-year-old Japanese dude who fucking drew some women doing some crazy little shit, and the paper's covered in a little human milk. If you catch my drift, brother, that's what you want.
Right.
That's what you want.
I had last words to say about Bonelab, but I don't think I do anymore. Point is,
you ain't boning shit, my brother.
I'll recommend this game after a couple patches, and I hate to say that, but it definitely needs patches. They released it way too fucking early, and that's embarrassing. And wait for the modding scene to catch up. We had plenty of it. Like, we still couldn't get my model in the game. As of right now, we're saving it for the weekend. It just not feasible at the moment. Like, it's such a pain in the ass. In fact, basically, either we have to give it weight manually, because the game, they said do it automatically. It's not doing it automatically. I'm just going to say that right now. It's just very difficult. So, with that said, unless you have any gaming news.
Overwatch 2.
Oh, yeah, we should talk about that. I almost forgot.
No, let's not.
Point is, Overwatch 2 is really... we'll talk about it next week, after the game's been out for a little bit. Point is, Overwatch 2 is out. Overwatch 1 is dead. If you had Overwatch 1, you get fucked. That's me. I had Overwatch 1. I got fucked. I'm not touching Overwatch 2. We'll talk about it next week.
No, yeah, basically.
Yeah. But you don't play Overwatch. Me and our guests fucking did. I'm pissed about that episode.
Yeah, which is why I'm probably happier than both of you combined.
You don't have to listen to that twice, or? Nothing. I was gonna say, well, you have to listen to us talk about it twice. Right.
Oh, that's. I mean, I just get to watch two people seethe in pain, which is also pretty.
No, we're over it. It's just. I wasn't gonna play Overwatch 2 anyways, to be honest. I've lived that part of my life. I'm over it. But it sucks that they did it. It's like watching your child go to Catholic school.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm just putting it out there. It's like, oh god, what a waste of potential.
I went to Catholic school when I was a kid.
So did I. Let's just put that in perspective. And then I went to an actual public school.
Yeah. Fun fact, actually, for you. I think this is just an interesting tidbit. Maybe they changed it now, but when I was there, when I used to live in Ireland, and even when I was there recently, there are no public schools. They're all Catholic. Every single one. Uniforms, church, and all.
Oh,
There's
terrible.
no other way around. Yeah. Bro. You have no choice, and I'm gonna be honest. I fucking hate. I didn't care about any of the fucking actual education or curriculum. That didn't mean shit to me. What I was mad about was the fucking uniforms. They're awful. They're horrendous.
Yeah, my uniform when I went to Catholic school chafed my fucking balls so hard. It rubbed up against my thighs and stuff, and I just, oh my god, when I got home, I had to walk around with my fucking pants on because I couldn't wear pants. I don't know what was in that stuff, but it was really bad.
Jesus. Mine wasn't that bad. I just had an absolutely dripples. We basically had red Christmas sweaters.
Ugh.
And that was what we had to wear. That was it. That was the
That's
uniform.
terrible. It
was fucking awful. Yeah, it sucked.
Right. Well, I think it's time for Doyle's drink of the day to forget all those memories. Forget my chafed balls.
Forget about my shaved balls, he says.
I haven't done vodka on the show yet, so I figured I'd do that today. Thank God they smell these in small bottles. I'm not the biggest fan of vodka personally, mostly because I see it as a thing that people who don't know anything about alcohol talk about a lot. It's a thing that, oh, yo, let's bring some fucking vodka. Everyone loves vodka. I mean, it's whatever. It's fine.
Because of those crazy Russians, bro.
Because those crazy Russians.
Really hyping up the shit that surrounds them. The potato drink. The potato
drink, yeah. Hey, at least, yeah, potatoes are pretty dope, actually. Look how they give us.
I literally eat potato. The only thing I eat more than potatoes is meat. Granted, my diet is not healthy. I want to clarify that.
I thought you said it's me. And I was like, Kuba, you eat yourself? How does that even work? Oh, God.
No.
Oh, there he goes.
No, I'm not doing that.
It's okay.
Delicious.
Right. So, holding the bottle here, this is Smirnoff, by the way. One of the two most popular vodka brands. This and Absolute. I was going to do Absolute, but I was like, fuck it. I really do like the decor in the front. I'll say it right now, this is a plastic bottle. Because it's the smaller one, you can get I'm pretty sure you can get these ones in glass. But it's even that most small bottles are still made of glass. Or something along those lines. This is just plastic. It feels like a flask too. It's curved in the back. I don't know why, but it gives it this nice feel to it.
Okay.
So it really does feel like I'm holding a plastic alcohol flask. If you've ever held one of those, maybe a little. It's taller. I'll leave it that because you can fit more in here.
Yeah. Okay. How much is the price and how much?
$16, give or take, maybe 17 after tax.
All right.
And
size like liter portions?
Yeah, most alcohol in this size, 375 milliliters in this one.
All right. Yeah. So
that's
much
what
like
the standard pretty much is.
Yeah.
So let's take a look. I googled top 10 vodkas before, and this was not even on the list. So let's
I mean, it's pretty damn popular, so people know more or less what we're getting into.
This smells like fucking alcohol wipes. Like, obviously, right? Alcohol, right? But this, nothing else I ever smelled this much like alcohol wipes. Right? I feel like I just got a needle and they're cleaning my boo-boo. So, there we go.
You definitely could, though. You definitely could.
Yeah, you could with this.
Yeah.
Which forebodes to this. All right, here we go.
He doing the glug glug glug.
What do you know? It tastes
Glug.
like alcohol wipes too. Uh,
That does not sound pleasant. That
no, it's
does
fine.
not sound like.
One thing I respect vodka for is it gives you it gives you a burning sensation in like your stomach for a second, and most drinks don't do that. Like rum, you're not getting that sensation. Whiskey can, stronger whiskeys I found, but vodka will pretty much do it 9 times out of 10.
As someone who doesn't drink, it's always so weird listening to these kind of elements of like people talking about drinks and shit, because it's like the fucking men. They're like, "Oh no, this shit tastes like alcohol wipes." Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. Oh yeah, it fucking like
No,
leaves
that's
this
the
burning,
flame in your
painful
stomach is
sens-
always good, but
No, hell, bro. I don't know if it's anything like heartburn, but that's like the first thing that
no,
comes to mind. Like heartburn, but closer to your stomach. And it's like, ooh, that seems like ass.
it doesn't hurt at all. I'll tell you, if it's cold outside and you have some of this, you'll get warm pretty quick. That happened once. I was at like a Halloween party. It was really cold, but I was okay because I just kept drinking vodka.
This man,
That was real. I was doing shots of vodka, and back then I didn't drink much, right? It
bro,
was
who
fu-
needs coats when you got vodka, bro?
It was really funny. I was dressed as Pepsi Man.
That's a lot more confused. That's a lot.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
Real talk though, I didn't really enjoy the actual taste of it. I liked the aftermath of it. It was really good. It's not like I was gonna throw up or anything. It wasn't bad. Kind of generic. Again, the plastic bottle, it kind of stands out on the shelf, but not for the good reasons. I'm sure if you get a bigger bottle, it'll look nicer. So, you know,
Okay.
I don't know, maybe a 6.
A 6. All right. All right.
It's
Slightly
very
above
it's
average.
very average. It's like I don't know. If you go to the party, get Absolute. It'll cost you the same. People will probably like it more. Smirnoff is for people who want to pretend to like vodka.
Okay. So,
That's
so
not
I'd say
true.
you should probably lower it down to like a 5. Then
I might bring it to a 5. I might. It's really between 5 and 6. I'll say that. I'm really iffy on it.
Yeah, because you're kind of dicking it right now.
I am dicking it, but it's like not bad. Like I'll drink it. I'll probably drink it again. But
Yeah, okay.
maybe I'll say 6. But when I do another vodka, because we only have one on the list right now, right? And I have something to compare it to proper. Then I'll tell you what, it's better than the other vodka I fucking tried that one time.
That's
Foreshadowing.
probably-
That's a narrative
foreshadowing.
device.
Foreshadowing like fucking 50 episodes in advance.
We're gonna mention it once every episode until it happens, and people are gonna lose their fucking minds. But yeah, no, it's not, I'll say 6 until I try like Absolute or like Devil's Diner or something. I don't know.
Devil's Diarrhea? Is that what
No,
you
it's
said?
like
I'm
there's
sorry.
Esposito, the Giancarlo Esposito. He has his own vodka.
It's called Devil's Diarrhea?
No, I said Devil's Diarrhea. I don't remember what it's called. He's on the bottle. It's Dirty Devil. It's Dirty Devil.
Dirty Dan. Yo, the Dirty Dan vodka.
Dirty
Let's
Devil.
go.
Dirty Dan.
Dirty Dan vodka.
And that one has a really fancy bottle. That's like a fancy one. So I'll probably try that sometime. But yeah, so I'll say 6. That might get moved down to a 5. It's a very low 6. Just putting it out there. I'm dogging on it. But it tastes fine. No one's going to complain if you bring it to an event. Right?
I won't.
Yeah, I know you
don't
won't.
do it.
You're not touching my
won't.
vodka.
I'm just fucking chilling. It's always funny when I'm at a party or anything and people are just like, all like, oh no, this drink sucks. Oh, this drink looks good. And I'm just like, I like water. I like water a lot. That's really good. That's
Dude,
good shit.
When you go to the fucking LCBO and you're looking at the drinks, it's so like, oh my god, what do I get to not look like a prick? Like, not look like a college student? But also that won't be super fucking expensive.
that's yeah.
So, like, there's really good stuff, but you're not fucking buying it. So you buy this, and they go, you going to a college party tonight? Yeah, I mean, no. I'm a grown man. I'm a strong man. I can't tell them I'm doing it for a podcast.
Nah, you gotta say that. You gotta be real.
Yeah,
with it.
I review drinks for my podcast. If you're drinking Smirnoff,
Yeah.
shut up.
See, yeah, listen. If I was you, you know how I tell it how it is. There was that one time. This is a great story. There's a bar, like a bar and grill kind of place next to me. It's like you can get food and drinks there. And it was me, you, and two of our buddies. We were chilling there, and I think we were like almost done our meal or something, and then the like
Is this
waitress was like,
Oh, I know.
"This is what you, this is probably what you're thinking of."
Yeah, yeah.
The-
I know
the
it's one
waitress
of the
goes-
two places. Yeah.
Yeah, the waitress picks up one of the two. What's the other fucking stupid thing I did? Oh God, I don't even remember this one.
Oh Christ!
But-
No, there's two places, and I'm figuring which one it was.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah. So she picks up the plates and she's like, "Okay, what are you boys gonna do later this afternoon? Sorry, it wasn't afternoon. It was like night. Later this evening." And I look her and I'm like, "We're gonna shoot Nerf guns at each other."
Yeah, Kuba, you can't tell people that.
No, it's even better because as I was saying it, everyone at the table groaned. Like everyone was like, "No!"
You're not supposed to tell people. I don't care how awesome it is. You can't tell people. They want to join, and we don't have enough guns. No.
We did have enough guns.
I know, but
We
we're not
did.
bringing the goddamn server back to your place. The Doyle
Bro.
charm only goes so far, and it ends at about Toronto.
Bruh, nah, all I'm saying is I'm all here for gender equality, bro. I don't care. I
I'll
don't
shoot
care who it
women.
is.
I'll shoot men. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'll fucking
exactly.
kill all of you.
Yeah, he gets it. He gets it.
Women, children, men. You know, no particular order. To be honest with you, I'll fucking kill all of you. You're all dead.
Bro, it don't.
Before we say something we regret, maybe it's time to end the episode.
I think I'm gonna leave us on some good
Yeah.
old notes from good old King of Pop MJ. It don't matter if they're black or white.
Yeah,
We
you
believe
sure
in
did.
equality.
Cuba, do you want to plug your shit real quick, and then we go?
I have music. Kuba space Kach Kuba Kach.
We're-
Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Amazon Music, your mom's music, anywhere. It's all there. Go listen to it.
I suppose I'll plug myself too, because I don't do this very often. I am gonna
Yeah, you
start
should
uploading.
keep doing that.
Fuck you. Yeah, I should start doing that. Well, we're gonna pull all the links in the description because YouTube has the feature where you can just put them all in the description like automatically. So I'm probably gonna do that.
Yeah, we probably should do
We
that.
probably should set that up. Listen, I'm gonna put my other YouTube channel in the description where I'm gonna be doing short films and gameplay shit. Maybe I'll split into two different channels. I don't know, and I don't really care right this minute. We only have one video up right now. I'm still getting my editing software back, but I'm gonna put it in the description from now on. Check it out. All right.
You should at least say the name.
It's the Doyle. It's literally in the description. It's my name. It's literally just my name. it's my name.
Ah.
But yeah. So check in the description for all our links to our other projects and what we're working on behind this. This is just a once a week thing. With that said, any last goodbyes, Kuba?
I love my audience.
You heard it here first, folks. Kuba loves his audience. That's White Guys Podcast for this week. Pretty much the last second episode. Sorry. Take care, everybody.
Baby.